What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Laner Economics. Today, we're going to take a look at our supply, demand, and marketing study guide responses. Our first section of the study guide asks you to define the following words. So you had marketing, supply, demand, and fad. Again, you could have put this into your own words. Here is just a suggestion of how you could have defined the term. So let's take a look at marketing. Activities leading to goods or services going from producer to consumer, including advertising, shipping, and selling. Think of it this way. We just work in a group marketing project. All the things that went into marketing your product are things that fall into marketing. It goes with your advertisements, activities, shipping, selling, pricing, the 4 Ps of marketing you can include in there as well. There are many different ways you can define this term. The next one, supply. How much there is to sell. Again, if I make 50 cookies, nice, soft, chewy cookies that are delicious, I only have 50 to sell. I cannot sell any more than what I have unless, obviously, I make another batch of cookies. Demand. How much people want to buy an item or product. So let's say I have 50 cookies and 150 students want to buy it. I have a high demand. I have to then, as a business, I'd want to meet that demand. But demand basically is how much people want to buy a good or a service. A fad is a temporary fashion idea or behavior trend. We talked in class about silly bands in the past or fidget spinners, how those were very popular for a short time and then they kind of fall off. But fads are not just limited to tangible things, not things you can just handheld. They can also be things such as dances or like the Kiki song where people are getting out of their cars and doing that, or like the whip, the nay, things that are popular, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, why are you still doing that? That's cringy. Maybe you see me in the hallway doing one of those dance moves. Yeah, that would be a fad, something that's not very popular long term. For the short term, it's very popular. Okay, the next section. This goes back to our graphs that we did in class on our handout. One side, you're going to have the law of supply. One side, you're going to have the law of demand. So as you are getting set to have this completed, think and refer back to our handout. So in looking at the left side here, you have your law of supply. So on your paper, you can actually draw a line from here all the way to the top, add in the letter S. The law of supply basically states, if the price is increasing, the quantity supplied will also increase. What do we mean by that? If that price is going up, that means people want to buy it, which means you need to get more quantity to fit that need. The demand is going up as well. You have more incentive to sell. When you sell that product, you're going to make money for your business. On the right-hand side, we have the law of demand. So draw a line from this top corner down to the bottom and label that letter D. This is going to state if your price is increased, the quantity demanded will eventually go down. There's less incentive to buy. What do I mean by that? Eventually, as the price increase, the consumers are going to get to a price they're not willing to pay. Think of it this way. If the iPhones were going for $2,000 and Apple made a lot of money, they keep increasing the price of $2,000. Eventually, they're not going to make as many because not as many people are buying those products. So again, think of it in terms of how we talked about. If you have a low supply and a high demand, you can then increase the price. A lot of people want your product, you don't have a lot of that product. And vice versa is also true. If I have a really high supply but a low demand, I then have to drop that price because I don't want to get stuck. If I have 200 cookies and only 25 people buy them, well, I might lower my price down. That way I get at least some people to buy it to help offset some of the cost that it took to make the cookies. So again, refer back to our charts we did in class for that question as well. The next part, you're creating scenarios. So here's a scenario for shortage. An early frost in Florida caused orange juice producers to have fewer oranges. Because a lot of people still want to buy orange juice, the price of orange juice increases. So again, here's supply and demand as well. There's a shortage. They can then increase the price because the demand is still high for orange juice. That would be a scenario. Again, you can make up your own. Describe a scenario in which a surplus would take place. So the company Apple creates a new phone with very few new features. People are more excited about Samsung's newest phone instead. Because of this, the price of Apple phone decreases. So again, Apple makes all these phones. They think it's going to be a big hit. People are not really buying them. Instead, they're choosing Samsung's phone. And now they have to lower the price so they can at least sell some of that product. Lastly, equilibrium. Food 4 Less has 100 boxes of Fruit Loops on sale for $3.99 per box. All 100 boxes sell to 100 people. Everybody that wants to buy this box of cereal gets one. This is equilibrium. This also goes back to our Spiritware we just had at Prairie. If we order 100 t-shirts in Spiritware, they're just going to produce 100 t-shirts for the 100 students. This is equilibrium. Supply and demand are equal. This is what companies aim for. Okay, the next portion, it says list 5 ways that companies try to get you to buy their products. There's more than 5. You just need to come up with 5. Here's 5 examples. Humor, a jingle or slogan, celebrity endorsements, emotion. If they're very happy and excited, you might want to buy their product. And they do that in their commercials as well. And also new and different features, thinking like phones. You want to get the newest phone because the newest add-ons that they have in there. Your jingle, think of the Luna commercial. 773. Exactly. You can finish the jingle there. You know it already because it's in your head. Those are 5 ways companies kind of advertise to try to get you to buy their products. The last portion here, it says how do companies use the 4 Ps of marketing, our product, price, place, and promotion, to increase demand for their product. It says discuss all 4 Ps and be specific and use examples. I have left a copy on here blank. What my suggestion is to you, if I were a 7th or 8th grade student, I would look back at the marketing project I just completed. And I would say, what was my product? How did I price it? Where was I placing it? What types of promotions did I did? And basically describe your project. If you do that, you're going to hit the 4 Ps of marketing and then just explain why do companies do this. We watched commercials in class. We looked at slogans. We looked at logos. All these different things. Include this in your response to this question. The more specific you are, the better it will be. Utilize your notes in class. We had a Kahoot review you could use at lunch and recess, and you now have this video going over the responses. If you utilize this and you look back at your responses, have somebody quiz you, you will do perfectly fine on the quiz tomorrow. There are no trick questions or surprises. Take your time, review this, have a friend or parent or somebody, sibling, quiz you on the questions, and you'll do fine tomorrow. And good luck.